Hi, Cancer, or those of you who like Shadowscapes better than all the other decks. So, Shadowscapes is, I'm very partial to Shadowscapes. It's my first deck that I read on with the for this channel, and so the images are really special and meaningful for me. And yeah, it's just a great deck. So I pre-shuffled and came up with a little group of cards here. Main reason why I did that is just so I can have this connection with spirit, sink into the meaning, and give you the best possible reading from a small amount of cards. I didn't want to go really deep into it. All right, so let's see what we have for 2020 for Cancers, or anybody who just wanted to see what Shadowscapes had to say. So first of all, we have the Seven of Swords. I'm like, oh no, let's not start off on the wrong foot. But I think in comparison with the other cards, it'll kind of come into view what this is about. In general, this is like the thief. This is somebody trying to get away with somebody. It could be a few things here. It could be. It doesn't necessarily even have to be you. It could be you or somebody that you run across. It could be just a thought, just something that flickers through your mind. After all, swords are your mind, the way you think. Sometimes we think, oh, maybe if I did this and I could get away with it, maybe you had the feeling, the urge to escape responsibility or make away with what's not yours, or come into contact with somebody who wants to do that. It could be anything. Like you can find $200 on the ground somewhere, and you could look at it like the universe just gave you $200, or you can pick it up and ask around and see if anybody lost no money, kind of thing. So that's kind of what the Seven of Swords to me signifies. It also can be a lot like Aladdin or Robin Hood, where stealing from the rich to give to the poor. I mean, that seems noble enough, but maybe there's a better way to do it, right? So Aladdin did pop up into my head, his style, his way of trying to get away with stuff, but he was still a good guy at heart, right? Okay, so let's see what else we have. We have the Page of Swords. So the reason why I think that this is not so serious is because Page of Swords came out right afterwards. And the Page of Swords is about, she embodies honesty and truthfulness. She's everything that's opposite of that. She's unafraid to scrutinize her beliefs, and logic is what dominates her most. Her mind is agile and analytical. And so I feel like it will win out over this. If this is the same person, or if these are different people, this person will be the positive influence on the other person, kind of thing. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is really nice. So maybe it is somebody that you come in contact with. You are this good, thoughtful person who is honest and forthright, and you're giving this person kind of a lesson, or maybe it just was a fleeting thought kind of thing, But I feel like because the Nine of Pentacles, this is just showing that you're very amazing, talented, possibly pianist, an artist, a singer. This is also saying the balance of material with the spiritual. So there could be sometimes, I feel like sometimes when you're hungry out there, or you feel poor, or you feel worried about money, sometimes those thoughts cross your mind. But I feel like you're going to come into a better headspace and realize, that there's a great balance that you can do here between the material and the spiritual. This is about material well-being and the discipline in order to attain such. So I feel like you were going to achieve this in 2020. It might start off a little bit feeling like you might have to rob a bank to pay for things, but with time and energy and focus in the right things, your situation is going to prove crazy, like really well. Nine of Pentacles, well, so it's it's understanding and appreciating also the wealth that you already possess. So that's another thing. If you use the law of attraction, and you might stumble upon the law of attraction, which helps you create this wealth for you, that whereas a lack mentality and feeling like you had to steal to get the money is a thought that gets pushed away. Or maybe you're teaching other people to have this kind of thought process. A nice, beautiful balance between the material and the spiritual. Very nice. And possibly an artist out there. And then we have the High Priestess. So here's another reason why I'm just thinking, okay, if this is all you, then this was just a thought, right? Or this is a friend you're helping out. So the High Priestess is wisdom and knowledge and learning and intuition. It's purity and virtue. This is a virtuous person. The High Priestess lifts her arms out, and in that gesture, her body like becomes the shape that looks like a cup, a vessel. It's like the woman, So it is the living symbol of a chalice. The owl right here is the keeper of knowledge, and he bears the key to unlock mysteries. The owl comes up a lot in my charms, And so the owl is knowledge, and it's really exciting. The pomegranate that the High Priestess is holding is a fruit of fertility and death, So it's like a life and death process there. And it's like, just as in how death always symbolizes the end of something but the beginning of something else. So and fruit is fertility, the growth of something inside, or the dawn of a new idea kind of thing. So High Priestess is really a great part of who you are, or somebody you're going to be associated with. So that's really good. You also have the Ace of Wands. So another great one. This is the possibility of creativity. This is excitement and venture. Maybe you're going to travel. This is a challenge to step forward with courage and confidence. So now you've got your bearings here. You're doing well. You've found a good balance between material and spiritual. You're tapping into your this is your higher intuition, your higher self, and you're about to use this for some kind of adventure, for some kind of project or process in the year ahead. It looks like it might take something that might be something that takes a little bit of courage or investment, because that can be scary if you're not sure that you have the money for something. But I feel like with the wands, this is very positive. Ace, it's like new beginnings, and everything's going to turn out nicely. And then finally, look what you got, guys. So not only is your financial situation, this ability to balance material and spiritual, but your love life is going to boom as well. So gone are the days of thinking you'd have to steal to have what you want. Things are just going to come to you, materialize to you. I feel like you're going to really tap into that law of attraction, manifestation ability and power of yours, the strength of your higher intuition. Because you have the Ten of Cups. And this Ten of Cups is especially one of my favorite definitions and favorite cards of all time. And this is saying the final attainment of serenity and peace. This is success and happiness have been granted at last. And this is my favorite saying, an all-encompassing emotional contentment. An all-encompassing emotional contentment. It's a mouthful, but it evokes such a beautiful image to me. It's like everything you could ever want. Like your heart is full, like the sun is shining in your heart, and in this union with somebody else, So Good luck with you guys in that aspect. Maybe this is, now this, I realize that I read a lot to the public as if you're single, like you're all single out there. But I know there's plenty of you that have loving relationships, who are married or have boyfriends or whatever, girlfriends. So if that's the case, this is just kind of like solidifying that this like really, really beautiful union that you're in. If you don't, if you're looking, this kind of thing looks like it's on its way, or this thing is that you have that's kind of at its early stages, or kind of at a developmental stage, is going to really blossom beautifully. I feel like you're going to go from a place that you had to maybe steal, cheat, beg, borrow. No more of that, no more lack mentality. Or maybe this is somebody that once was a jealous type and realized jealousy is ridiculous, unnecessary here, because you have it all. You have this all encompassing contentment. All right, and to go along with our lovely Shadowscapes, I chose the Nature's Whispers. I was about to say wisdom. Everything is wisdom in the oracle cards. So Nature's Whispers, you got Breakthrough, which is beautiful. It's like, now can you see it? Like when I first was staring at it, I didn't see the woman's shape, but there's her face. And in fact, there's a second face there. So this kind of makes me think of, twins, twin flame things. And she is just so like free, like you could feel the wind and the movement and all the butterflies. It's just really beautiful. So there's this huge breakthrough coming through your life. It very echoes very much, this kind of free feeling of the high priestess as well. Her arms are spread wide open also, and just in receiver mode, totally. And just like the pomegranate is about life and death, so is the butterfly transformation. So the breakthrough here is, so you're going to feel confident that things are falling into place. This is a nice overall message for all of 2020. Just as a seedling breaking through the surface of the earth, you too are going to experience an emergence. And the efforts of your hard work will become evident, and you will begin to see the difference of all that labor and time that you've invested has made. So a lot of this stuff could have started this year, 2019. If you're watching this in 2020, then a lot of it could be starting like early 2020 and really developing towards the mid and end of 2020. But there definitely is going to be some hard work, but you will see a difference of all that labor and that time that you have invested. You'll see how that's all come to fruition. So count your blessings. You are gifted with a creative touch and the ability to generate new and wonderful things. Take a moment to feel proud of yourself for all that you have accomplished. So yeah, you have accomplished things already, and now you're about to really, 2020 is about to really like explore and release, those butterflies into the world, really touching the world, but like really getting in touch with yourself in order to touch the world. And overall, you're going to have this beautiful material spiritual balance. You're going to feel fine financially, and boy, you're going to have a really beautiful, happy love life as well. All right, so let's take a look at what your charms have to say. All right, so I have in 4 segments here. These are quarters of the year. So this is the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and this is kind of like whatever special message that you need. And I'm going to mix up the charms, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, let's take a look. So in the first quarter, which is January, February, and March, we've got, first of all, we've got Mr. Spock, who's logical, but we got the little dolphin mixed in with there, and the dolphin has that beautiful, sweet language, and they're just one of the sweetest animals, but they're also very, very intelligent. One of the most intelligent animals. And I don't know why, but I always kind of get also sort of otherworldly feeling from them, like aliens, you know. All right, and then you got color, hug, sure. Here's some numbers that you might be interested in. 29 and 24. You're protected. Oh, here's a baby carriage. All right, so the baby carriage to me means like possible baby on the way, baby getting pregnant, fertility, all that kind of stuff. Also, if you don't want to get pregnant, just remember you might be very fertile, and be careful of that if you're not interested in that. And it also can mean that you just have a fertile idea. You're ready to start something new. You've got Joan of Arc. So Joan of Arc is very brave, you know. Talk about being brave and listening to your higher, you know, voices, to your intuition, and really manifesting greatness in your life. All right, so let's take a look at the second quarter of the year. So over here we got the duck, which talks about sexuality. We have Belle, who is like approaches things with love. So this is very much a loving heart. This is very much like the High Priestess, but also very much like the Nine of Pentacles. You know, approaching with a kindness. You know. There you have the chandelier, so maybe some dancing. Uh-oh, baby time. Like, you know, maybe your baby will be born in February. Oh, not February, April, May, or June. I have a June baby. So that's a possibility, or maybe this is a birth of idea. Here you have Flounder. So this is about a good friend who's always by your side, who protects you through everything and really helps you. That's just as important to me as any kind of romantic situation. Here you go, dreaming. You have the number 1, the number the number 21, angel wings, meaning angels looking out for you, ever and good. And the cross is like to me spirit. So spirit and the angels really looking out for you. Mom says hi, or you know, maybe you want to have babies, and so this is a great fertile time for you. It started off a little bit, maybe the idea started off in the beginning of the year, but this is the time where it's really you have a strong fertility. You've got the Rider here, so a message or news, you know, could be anything, you know, it could be related to school or health or love life or anything like that. But if it's related to health, it could very well be like the pregnancy test kind of thing. So I don't know why I'm gearing this towards pregnancy. I don't mean it to be. It could be, you know, news of you know, like being accepted into a certain school or something that you're interested in. Here we have Bruce Springsteen. So this could be where this rock star kind of person comes into your life, or somebody interesting and exciting that comes into your life. Maybe they're the one that's, you know, kind of like been a really good friend, or they'll treat you really nice, you know. And here we have the corn, which is kind of like, it's like the gold of food there. It's very sustaining and kind of there when, you know, you need some special foods. You need something to fill you up. Corn is a good food. And I'm thinking, yeah, so according to the cards, I feel like, yeah, the wands to me is what I was thinking. It could be creating something new, exciting, an adventure, challenging yourself, being courageous. I feel like with the baby, even if it doesn't mean you're getting pregnant, this could be like the beginning of something new, and this could be like the news or the information about something coming into your life. Let's get a little bit closer. Look at this. There you go. There's your charms. I think I got everything. Dream. Okay, and now we're going to go on to this pile, which is the third quarter, July, August, September. So not a whole lot going on in the third quarter. You got 4, you got the hanger, maybe getting some new clothes, you got the lock, so somebody's heart might be locked up. Maybe you have the key. Maybe you're the one locking up your heart. Interesting person though, like a Jack Skellington personality maybe, but possibly you have the key to open this up. 17. So there you go. Those are the main symbols for main charms for that for the third quarter. Let's see what's happening in the fourth quarter. So fourth quarter, we've got The Little Mermaid, which is about don't lose your voice, be sure to speak up and talk about what you want. There we go, there's our Aladdin. So maybe the end of the year is going to end with this, hey, maybe it's not somebody that, maybe it's somebody that you might meet, like you'll steer them the right way kind of thing. And you got the sun. This is great, sun shining on things, happiness, success. And this one, the bunny, to me is about sexual activities. You got the doggy, so pets could be important. Nice weight. This is kind of like a solid, sturdy situation. The blue marble is Venus, so Venus is about love. So that could be where this comes in there, or maybe it's something that's developed the whole year long and especially heightened at the fourth quarter. You got Tinkerbell, who's the manifesting. She's got the pixie dust, which makes everything turn into magic. You're going to have, I think Aladdin might be showing you a whole new world. There you go. Cancer. Hey, Cancer. So this is your month and imaginative. And you got a little seashell. And the Empress chair. The Empress chair, Empress cannot mean being strong and independent and all that, but the Empress is also the mother, so mother energy. I feel a strong mother energy throughout this reading, though we have we have in the second quarter, I love mom, and we have baby symbols and stuff. I forgot to mention we got the kitty in the first quarter, and we have the doggy too. So let's see what's in the middle section here. What do you need to pay attention to? So you have this it's kind of like a red thread with somebody, a connection, a bond with somebody. Liberty. So maybe it's time to break free from something. You got the littlest key. Somebody else said, I guess Gemini had the littlest key as well. The littlest key could even open up that lock. It doesn't take a big key. We have a number 6 and a number 9, 69. And that's almost kind of the Cancer symbol is kind of 6 and 9, right? I feel like this is going to be a year of a lot of work, but it won't be like a lot of physical labor. I think it'll be a lot of spiritual development and maybe studies or intellect or expanding your mind kind of thing. You have Namaste. The little birdie in the cage just really wants to be free. This is kind of like like that card, like both cards. This feeling here of breaking free, a breakthrough, that's gonna be kind of your motivation this year, definitely. And yeah, the owl, the numbers. Oh yeah, and then I have the little fairy in the moon. The fairy in the moon is to me, the moon is about secrets or dreams or psychic communication, the subconscious, and the fairies here. Like they whisper secrets to you, or they give you ideas and clues and stuff. So not only are the spirit and your guides, our angels and ancestors, but sometimes the fairies are in that play too, helping you along. All right, so yeah, I feel freedom in the USA. So maybe that third, the third quarter is going to be an important one, even though there's not very many charms there, because Liberty in USA makes me think of 4th of July. But then maybe not, because you might be maybe not be in the United States. Maybe you'll be dealing with somebody who lives in the United States or something like that. So yeah, I think the main two cards here, though, are this breakthrough one and, well, this amazing love relationship. You didn't see it like extremely strong in the charms, but I think it's kind of like it's still in the 5D, but I think it's going to break through. I think this love relationship is going to break through. I think you're going to get really in touch with your higher self, and just continue to be creative and be a good influence on those people the Aladdin types out there. Show them the right way, the right path, and see if they will follow you. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.